Your coach is a paid instructor. They're not a guru. They're not a mentor. They're not a therapist. A coach can develop into these roles over time, but your monthly tuition does not guarantee that upfront. Let me say that again. Your coach is not a therapist, is not a guru, is not a mentor. You are paying for instruction. And that's the even exchange up front, right? I'm going to pay you my monthly tuition. You're going to train me in the sport of jiu-jitsu. If I have to go to a competition, you're going to go and be my coach. You're going to corner me. But if you're like me and you come from a situation like I come from a home situation where I have issues with my father, right? I'm just going to be very open and honest. I'm going to have a moment of vulnerability here, right? I have issues with my father. I have issues with abandonment. I have issues with acceptance. And so it's very easy for me to kind of imprint that father figure role onto people who are in positions of authority, whether that's a supervisor or a boss or even a coach, right? But when you do that, you're placing an unfair expectation on these people that they're probably not going to be able to meet, because you're going in with one set of expectations and one set of a viewpoint of what you're trying to get from this person, and they're not thinking like that. Their mind is not in that same space, and that's not what they're there for. And having these unreal expectations, it leads to frustration. It leads to issues that don't need to be there. And so again, this is something that I personally struggle with, and I have to always remind myself that I'm paying for a service. Now, that doesn't mean that down the road you can't develop a relationship with this person to where they become a mentor, they become kind of like a guru or someone who leads you into a deeper understanding of this sport or that art. But that's something that happens well over time. You're talking years. And when I say years, I'm talking decades of interaction with someone and going through things and experiencing things. And that's just not something that happens at the very beginning, especially at that white belt level. So if you find yourself in a similar situation to me, where you tend to look for that or you tend to need that, just understand that that's very, very, very dangerous in terms of you setting an expectation that can't be hit by someone who's not looking at you in that same way. So keep your perspective of what you're there for and what that coach is there for in alignment, and stay within the boundaries of being a student. And I think you'll be much more happy.